Coming up on First at 4, congressional Republicans abandon their support of Jim Jordan in the race for Speaker of the House. And one sheriff's office here in the mountains gets new equipment to help their first responders.
Plus, we are trending drier for this weekend. Your forecast coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, Republicans have dropped Jim Jordan as their nominee for House Speaker in a private meeting. The Ohio Republican failed again in a third try for the House Speaker's gavel earlier today. GOP lawmakers had been warning the ally of Donald Trump that no threats or promises could win their support. The Ohio congressman talked to reporters after withdrawing from the speakership bid.
I told the conference that I appreciated getting to work with everyone, talk with everyone. I got to know members in our conference that I didn't really know that well over the last 3 weeks, and that we need to come together and figure out who our speaker is going to be.
More than 24 centrist Republicans revolted over the Ohio congressman's nomination and reportedly some hardball tactics being used to win them over. Some have received death threats. Democrats unanimously nominated leader Hakeem Jeffries.
We are still tracking some showers across the mountains into your Friday afternoon. Some of those also a little bit heavy at this hour. Let's take a live look at First Alert Pinpoint Doppler. A little bit of a radar tour right now as more spotty showers and downpours continue. Zooming into Pike County, some heavy showers in downtown Pikeville at this hour. And here's a live look from Pikeville. It is pouring, that temperature 55 degrees, but this rain is beneficial as we have some dry conditions across the mountains at this time of the year. Also tracking some heavier showers in Harlan County, also into Lee County, Virginia, and more spotty downpours in Clay County, not too far away from Manchester, and zooming up to portions of Estill County, also into Lee County, into Breathitt County as well. Some more light to moderate showers. So we will continue to watch out for these downpours into this evening, but some drier weather is on the way into this weekend. Those temperatures right now in the middle to upper 50s and lower 60s, 63 for London, 52 in Jackson, 54 over in Pikeville at this hour. Into this evening, a few more showers are possible, so you may need that umbrella, but as we go into tonight, some drier air is on the way. A small chance of a stray shower. Also cooler as you wake up and kick off your weekend. Highs back in the 40s, or lows back in the 40s. Highs, though, in the 60s for your Saturday. That full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thank you. The Wise County, Virginia Sheriff's Office has new equipment to help them respond to emergencies. Their dispatch center, which takes 911 calls for most of the county, now has the ability to live stream with a caller to assess the scene. Dispatch Supervisor Billy Laney says the gear will give them the ability to be more efficient with emergency situations.
We got it at no cost. And what it allows us to do is when we receive a 911 call, we have the option now to send a link to the callers.
Laney says there's no audio to avoid a potential suspect from knowing they are being watched by law enforcement. The video also allows officers to better know what they are responding to. We'll have more on the new system coming up at 6. More than a year after the July 2022 flood, folks are still rebuilding. In Knott County, officials are still working towards helping flood survivors recover. Judge Executive Jeff Dobson says they are still struggling with some things such as finding flat land, funding, and more. He says it's going to take a while to rebuild. However, they are still dedicated to the process. Dobson says they are also making progress in the NRCS home buyout program. We'll have much more from Dobson tonight at 6. One Eastern Kentucky group serving displaced adult workers has been awarded $50,000 by the Appalachian Regional Commission. Redbird Mission serves Bell, Clay, and Leslie counties and received the award as part of a grant program serving coal-impacted counties. The money is meant to help communities dealing with job losses. The commission says the money is part of their largest Power Awards package so far. The University of Kentucky Board of Trustees has directed President Eli Capilouto to move faster in addressing Kentucky's workforce needs. The University Board has directed Capilouto to continue enrollment growth and provide incentives to keep students in Kentucky following graduation. The plan also calls for him to assess the university curriculum, and he's been directed to review policies and procedures. Coming up on First at 4, heavy rain triggers major flooding in parts of Europe.
And some cooler weather is on the way for parts of the weekend, tracking some patchy frost after this break.